Hey gang, wanted to stop in here real quick and touch base video-wise on the advanced class of the Zoom intensive I got coming up on calf jumps and spinal hygiene, the next level. So I've been thinking long and hard about this. The first class we did was over a year ago, so people have had ample time to explore, get creative, make them their own. We covered a little around 70 minutes of everything, kind of sped through it. So you've had a lot to go over. Anybody who's done a Zoom evaluation, you guys have gotten the old intensive as prep work. So you've had access to that for quite some time, in addition to seeing where it fits in the small portion of the small movement section, training essential on your documents that have evolved over time. And so it's a non-negotiable for me. It is not training per se. I'll go over why I don't consider it training, but I consider it to be a bridge to cross a moat to then get to building your castle, as I've said in posts. But I want to go over and explain that. But this is a non-negotiable for me daily. Even just after the car accident in Croatia, I was trying to find ways of putting these specific ones in immediately, as soon as I check myself out. And so going into that, we want to go over everything from the neurology to the physiology, the nerd stuff about it, why these are so vital in my opinion, or why you would want to make them a part of your day, how to execute them, the nuances behind them. There's just so much information to go under that underlie each one. Besides just the how, there's whys, and then I want to get into how all populations can do them, because again, bodies change second to second, right? Our physiology can drastically change in 1 second, and person to person. That's why nobody can really train with anybody else other than yourself. And that's a truth that your body will tell you at some point in your life, and you're going to abide by, or you won't. It'll just continue to tell you. But there was a version of me before the car accident in Croatia that was doing calf jump spinal hygiene. There's a version after the accident. So 2 different versions of me, both able to access these. So I want to go over how to show how all populations can implement them, and again, why that would be so important. Why is it so vital that you even thought about this right after a car accident? That doesn't make a lot of sense, or does it? I want to go into everything. And then, so it's going to be basically like a redo of the first class. So a complete whole makeover of who I am now. That's why I say, as soon as we're done with Zooms, or as soon as I'm done talking with you in evaluation, I'm outdated. It's over, because I'm constantly trying to pull this shit apart, going into my life, seeing where it fits, what it tells me, what my body tells me, what if I try this, what if I try this variable, observing all the people I work with, observing society, observing animals, observing children, observing, and then making changes. So I want to redo the first Zoom intensive on the class of calf jump spinal hygiene, the basic level, and then just things that I do on a day-to-day that I've done to advance this, or to make it another level. Again, as I've said, you don't have to have taken the first class to participate in this one. You can follow right along. It doesn't matter if you're stuck to a bed or a couch or a wheelchair. You're human, you're alive. That means you can adapt and change, and your body's healing. That's why you're in wherever you're at right now. So we're gonna cover all that. How everybody can implement it, the basics on it, getting into a lot of stuff. Why lymph, how to multiply forward, like what's the point of all of it? Why rebounding, why calf bouncing? What does bouncing do? Why would you want to do that in your life? Why the spine? Why these 7 moves? And why are you still doing them now, even after 14, 15 years of doing these? So, and why are they so important that you would actually include them as prep work if you're going in to do a full eval with somebody who's trying to figure out a specific injury that just happened, chronic injuries that are no idea how to do these things, or putting yourself in a position to try to make sense on finishing a healing process, whether it's hormones or skin or immune or whatever have you, or if you're going to work with the only doctor I trust, Dr. Cassie Huckabee, and you're preparing for her appointment, her first visit. Start with me, go into her. What we've noticed is a very good blend. That's Thursday, February 29th. So a day that only happens every 4 years. I thought that was kind of cool. Starting at 4 p.m. Pacific. email me for registration details. And when you register, if you would like, submit up to 3 questions around this topic that I can address in the Q&A. Yeah, so that's going to be a big portion. And then another thing I'm doing, and this is new, the very end of the intensive, we're going to save about 30 to 40 minutes where we're all going to be doing the moves together, so to speak. Nobody can see each other, but together for a period of time, so we can apply what we just learned, and you can witness me doing it real time as if I were doing it on my own. And I actually won't do them that day, so that'll be my first input of these non-negotiables. I'll make sure that that's the way it is. So because I want to hold space for that, because the Zoom's going to take a lot out of me, and I want to be able to put something into this without it pulling away. So we will have a train with me section at the end there. So which I think could be kind of fun, because I'm entertaining that, maybe doing something like that monthly. I don't know, we'll see. But excited about this one. Again, I was on the fence, I'm trying to see, but everyone's had ample time to be exploring this and playing with this. You see me posting it regularly. Just because I post it doesn't mean I'm not doing it on the times I'm not posting it. Like, it is a daily occurrence, a non-negotiable. So find out why it's so important for me and why I think it's of value for anybody I work with at any level of existence. So email me, info@TommyJohnIII.com if you have questions or you want to register. Again, it is Thursday, February 29th at 4 p.m. Pacific. Looking forward to everybody being there. Let me know if you have questions, again, for the Q&A. And excited about this. Let's rock and roll.